The war of survival of the Biafra people against Nigerian occupation state is still ongoing. Welcome back to another update. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. I bring you this very update today being 20th of March 2025. Before I continue, because I'm going straight to this very update, before I continue, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell right beside it to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. Don't forget to share to know once you get notification and leave your comments at the comment section. So this very update is coming from Defense Headquarters Biafra Liberation Army, and their video. This very update was also posted, just that the video is very let me say it's against YouTube policy because there are a lot of gunshot sounds in this very video. But I'm going to paste a little of it on the screen so that you'll see what we are talking about. We are fighting to survive. We're fighting for our freedom. We are resisting all the terrorists coming to Biafra land, to southeast precisely, to kill indigenous people of Biafra that ask for nothing but freedom. We ask for nothing but total freedom and exit from Nigeria, and they turned our call for freedom to war, bringing unrepentant Boko Harams to Nigeria, unrepentant Boko Harams from Nigeria to southeast to terrorize the people, to subdue the people, not to talk about their freedom. And the reason Biafrans are urging gallant men to return to action to make sure that these terrorists no longer feel comfortable or see Biafra land or southeast as a safe haven for them to occupy or surround. That is why Biafrans are calling on gallant men to come back and continue resisting and flushing them out. So this very update says the war of survival of the Biafra people against Nigerian occupation state is still ongoing in also Biafra land. A few minutes ago, the enemy's tank got broken by the Biafran Ogbunigwe, and many of the terrorist army of Nigeria died and scores sustained injuries. Biafra Defense Forces, BDF, will continue to defend Biafra land until victory is won. Did you hear that? We'll continue fighting for our freedom until victory is won. Somebody said, stop being on defensive side always. The more you make noise, the more they push you inside. Bring the attack on them. Can you please feel PM? PM only wish of attacking any military barracks. Obin's barrack is still standing strong, and you want to remain inside the bush. Go to the street and face them, as if it's easy said and done. We are resisting them, fighting them off our land, and that is why we must continue urging gallant men to return to action. They should not back out, because PM is no longer in the picture or a charge right now. The more time we waste, the more the enemies troop into Biafra land. We all know what they were doing in southeast before started resisting them. And if we keep quiet now, they will still come back, which they have already started. The reason our mothers were seen on the street protesting against herdsmen attack. And to think that others are seeing this without saying anything, it's very sad and heartbroken that we have those that claim to be Southeast representatives of governors or traditional rulers who see their people being killed, being terrorized by herdsmen, bandits with AK-47, mothers being raped by herdsmen with AK-47, and they will keep quiet, they will keep silent as if they are not seeing or hearing all these happenings in Biafra land. Some of you will be asking, where do you belong? You have to make it specific where you belong. Which group you are? I'm not supporting any group. I belong to US, United States of Biafra, and Bridget, that very government that PM is, the Prime Minister, is where I belong. And all we need to do is put hands together, or unite, stay together and fight the common enemies we have. Not asking anyone where they belong. Which group? How did you people come up with all this group? When PM was in charge, was there any group? There was none. So why are you people coming up with group right now? Instead of you people to say, we do not want this. What we want is unity. So that we'll put hands together and fight the common enemies we have, which is the Fulani Caliphate, doing everything to take over Biafra land. Or do you think they imported herdsmen or those foot soldiers to Nigeria to do what exactly? To occupy Nigeria? No, to occupy Southeast. And that is why we continue to urge gallant men to continue with the massive action and the Wotowoto promise on these enemies, because they cannot feel comfortable or see Biafra land as a safe haven for them. Like Southeast fools allow them, or telling them to come to Southeast and do as they please. Because the Fulanis only put anybody that is willing to do as they please in office. Peter Mbai is not supposed to be in office. Peter Mbai is not supposed to be in office. because he's there with a forged certificate and he agreed to do whatever the Fulanis want him to do. That is why he's silent over the protests that have been going on in Enugu State. The same thing Hope Uzodinjo did. What we need to do now is to unite and fight the common enemies. They wrote petition against Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa because he will never allow them carry out their evil agenda in Biafra land. And those that wrote the petition are regretting their actions. Wherever they are, their conscience are flogging them every blessed day. So don't come up here and tell me, where do you belong? You have to tell us where you belong. The only government I know and I'm still in support of is that very government that PM is the Prime Minister to, that Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister to, is where I belong, not to any group. Any group or any organization or any this thing that is not in support of Biafra and defense of Biafra land, the safety of Biafrans in Biafra land, I am not and can never find myself or take myself to that particular group. See, Biafra government is where I belong. That very government that Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister, because he is the only person that took up this very mantle. When the enemy stopped, they have succeeded. And he made sure that mothers were not seen in the streets protesting against herdsmen attack. He made sure that no Fulani unrepentant Boko Haram kills or terrorize Biafra land and go unchallenged. And that is what the enemies want, that these are the enemies we're supposed to face, not ourselves. We need to start doing the needful and stop taking sides. All we need to do is say, those that was working or that has been working with PM till now should go back and get it right wherever they got it wrong. Work together. Let's just stop this division and stop asking me where I belong. A lot is going on in Biafra land. Biafrans are being killed. Our mothers are being raped and being butchered and being terrorized. And you people are bothered about group where I belong and where I don't belong. Are you people serious? We have a flay food stooge puppets that are ready to sell out their land and their people without minding the consequences. Instead of us to tell our gallant men, to encourage our gallant men to go back to the massive Wotowoto on the enemies coming to terrorize Biafra land, to the land grabbers and the invaders and foot soldiers that Fulani Caliphate are deploying to Southeast. A lot is going on that some of you are not talking about. Well, power to our gallant angels, our gallant men doing the needful. May this very action not stop until victory is achieved. Power to Biafra Defense Forces. We love you people. And we are telling you people to continue to make sure that the enemies are not free in Biafra land. Talk more of terrorizing Biafra land. You people should continue with the active, massive Wotowoto. Let them continue meeting their end in Biafra land. Let the enemies coming to take over Biafra land or coming to terrorize Biafra land continue meeting their end in Biafra land. We are fighting to defend our land, fighting to protect lives and properties of our people, and we owe no one any apology. Those of you that believe that, oh, the absence of Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa will allow the Fulanis take over Biafra land. I've been very upset and sad at the same time since I saw our mothers protesting against herdsmen attack again. And I asked the one Nigerian enablers that wrote petition against PM, what do they have to say? What is their gain in all of this? Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. Your land was being terrorized, and Simon Ekpa took up the mantle and said, I'm going to fight these people the way they want it. Whatever they are bringing to Biafra land, I'm going to double it and give it back to them. You people had the audacity to write a petition or wrote a petition against him. Are you people happy now? Those you people have been calling to come to your rescue, have they come to your rescue? Have they come to flush out the Fulanis? The answer is no. Have they stopped the attacks and the killings going on in Biafra land? The answer is no. Now you people will go and sit down, use your tongue and count your teeth. If you don't fight for yourself, if you don't fight for yourself, nobody is coming to fight for you. If you don't defend yourself, nobody is coming to defend you. You wrote a petition. Some of you was even boasting about it. You wrote a petition against someone. making sure that your land is no longer being terrorized. Your land is not being occupied by bandit headsmen with AK-47 or taken over by foot soldiers and land grabbers. You were happy that you wrote a petition against such person. Shame on all of you. A very big shame on all of you. You people need to hide your faces in shame. Well, Biafrans will update. We'll continue with this very update. A lot is going on in Biafra land. A whole lot is going on in Biafra land. And the angels of Chukwokika doing the needful need to go back and continue the massive Wotowoto promos on the enemies coming to terrorize Biafra land. So gallant angels, Biafrans are happy and they are telling you people to continue. Because the things going on in Biafra land, the things happening in Biafra land are not supposed to be happening right now. We are aware that PM is not in the picture right now. He is not in charge right now. Does it mean that we have to fold our hands and watch the enemies take over our land? The answer is no. The answer is no. The reason we need to defend ourselves, support gallant men, unite, go back and get it right wherever we got it wrong, put hands together and fight the common enemies. We are not the enemies of our people, rather the Fulanis, and we need to face these people. And not ourselves. Not ourselves. So that is it, dear friends. I will stop here. Kudos to our angels. We'll keep praying for you all. And may Chukwokika continue to guide and protect you people. You people are the only hope we have in defending Biafra land. We're doing a very fantastic job. Now the PM is not in charge or not in the picture. Why are you people allowing these bandits and their unrepentant Boko Harams in army uniform to come and do as they please in Biafra land? Well, Biafrans, I will stop here. Don't forget to share this video update and please turn on once you get notification. The defense of Biafra land is our #1 priority. We need to defend our land. If not, we will not have any place to call home. We will not. So we need to go back and continue the great work. So thank you all. Self-determination is our right, and we must defend ourselves from Nigeria terrorist occupation. The Biafra Liberation Army will continue to neutralize the Nigeria terrorist army invaders until we see them no more. Thank you all. Don't forget to share. Turn on once again notification. Thank you all.